you're going to be in the art show too, the Urban Artfare, with your paintings. So how long have you been painting?
That is a good question. I started painting when I was in high school, as like a punk rock arty kid,
Okay.
and as a contingent of punk rock arty kids,
Yeah.
most of whom I'm still in contact with.
That's good.
But anyway, yeah, all that time ago.
So you paint mainly with oils or acrylics?
I paint with acrylics typically because I paint fairly fast and I appreciate real bright primary type colors.
Okay.
However, for this project, I am using oil, which is stretching my talent just a little bit.
Okay. Do you have like a Facebook page or someplace where we can look at your art? Or a website?
No, I don't. One thing that's true about me is that I am pretty informal about my art. It's not that I'm lackadaisical, but it's just more weaved into the natural part of my life. I know that might sound weird, but it's definitely true. I don't do art it's not my primary means of income. So I really respect people for whom that is, and I understand that that's a lot of hard work, and that's a little bit different than what I do, which is that I'm more a natural artist. I am trying to express myself, which I know all artists do. It's a important and one of my favorite parts about living, getting to paint and stuff, because the way you can communicating back to yourself. So I'm pretty deep about it.
Okay.
At the same time, I do like to paint paintings that other people like and that they respond to and that speak to them, and independent of what I might have wanted to say. So I've sold paintings.
Yes, I remember last Cool Cities, you sold the highest priced painting that helped Creative Alliance
Yes,
a lot.
Yeah, I was happy about that.
Yeah.
And people do respond well to my paintings, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I do not take for granted at all the fact that I have the opportunity to paint, whereas for some people it's more of a important to their livelihood. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right. Okay, cool. What did you wanna talk about the paintings that you were gonna share with me?
Sure.
Okay, what was the first one?
Well, okay. So a lot of these paintings are in developmental stages. So we're talking about them as they are right now.
Okay.
I have monochromatic type ideas about painting things in certain colors so that people will want them for the reason that that color speaks to them, you know? Because in part, I know the idea behind the show invokes urban art, street art, graffiti, and so I want to have like visuals or images where, as compared to what I think of as painting, which is more developed, you know, hoity-toity act in a way. Not really, but still different, quite different, and try to put them together. So, and the other piece is wanting to speak about what's happening here in Flint, where I work and used to live, and speak to the resiliency and life that comes out of that.
Struggle?
Out of that struggle, yeah. And
The Flint thing, the water thing's bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of, it's, you know, the water's symbolic, you know. We talked a lot about Detroit schools, and we don't have to get into it, but because of my work, I know that the schools struggle to serve the kids here in Flint. And I want so much more that there be attention brought to that, and I know there's really good people trying to do the best they can under dire circumstances. I certainly hope that all of the attention helps us to get at some of the deeper, larger problems, and maybe as a country potentially experience empathy in response to those problems.
Yes, empathy, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, well, what was the first painting? We started talking about the
Oh
paintings.
yeah, okay. So the first one, I imagine I've done a painting like this before, but I'm gonna do a bunch of black kids having a great time. That
Okay.
to me is just a joyful thing. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Uh-huh.
Especially if they're dancing and stuff. And I know that I don't care what you think about what I just said. It's a very joyful image to me.
Okay, so you have a picture in your head.
Yeah, that's right. I also want to do a counterpoint, and I'm not sure if that'll be part of the same painting or a different painting.
Okay.
The pictures that I'm working from right now are the pictures that were taken of young children getting their lead tested, sitting in
Oh.
their parents' laps,
Oh.
and
Yeah.
crying just because they're scared of getting a shot.
Yeah.
Not likely that they could understand the complete implications.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw one picture that there was two of them together, and it was a man trying to be strong for his son while he cried, and then after the shot, the man was crying.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's part of it, but I definitely want to stay strong. There will be a lot of times I like to use somebody that's recognizable to people, like somebody from the scene.
Flint
or something.
famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Let's get some Flint famous people in there too.
That's right. That's right. So you might be surprised to find yourself, if you're a cool person,
It better be a good
into
picture.
a painting.
Okay, yeah. Make me look thinner, okay?
Depending on how cool you are. No, I'm teasing.
Okay.
But it could be anybody, but somebody who I like to think of us as being in it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I may over-identify with some people out there as like pals and stuff, but I definitely am paying attention. And so there's people that I think of are inspiring in certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
I love to do the likeness thing. Even if it's just one part is right and everything else is wrong, it's just whenever that comes together, it's such a nice little feeling.
Okay. Cool.
So, like I said, some of the paintings are definitely in development. I'm trying to use some poly type images if I can, but I'm trying to do them in a Dandelion style, so we'll have to see if that happens. So
Okay.
you heard me say it here, and then we'll test
see.
it out in
We'll
May.
see. Okay. And then are you going to have some of your older paintings too that you wanted to show me, just some that we can show that aren't going to be in the show in May so that we can talk about those?
Sure.
Okay.
This is one of the first ones I did of her.
Okay. Oh, that's nice though. I love the color. Lots of reds in there. Huh? Oh, she's red hair. She's probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's red, but I often use purple, red, blue. I keep it pretty simple.
So color is real important for you.
Yeah, I'm expressive in that way, I'd like to think. There's
Isn't it
another one of the
awesome?
rain.
Cool. Oh yeah. Yeah, I really like the light on that one.
Yeah.
Do you work from photographs or real life?
This one's from photograph. This one is a composite, I would say.
And what's behind there? Now that one I have seen before. I
Yes,
think.
this is actually a reproduction of a very famous Mary.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, I love your. I love that. Okay, that's nice.
It's okay.
Okay, what are you gonna send me?
It's a series of paintings that I did about Flint, and they are the inspiration for the paintings that I'm doing currently.
Oh,
So
okay.
you'll actually see the small scale versions of those
Okay.
paintings.
And did you want to tell me about each one of those right now, and then I can slip the JPEG in there?
Sure. I have to consider that. One is of a group of black kids dancing around and having fun.
Okay. Yep.
Number two is the band from the union band that played during the sit-down strike in Flint.
Oh
The
yeah.
Flint
Wait. No, of
Union
course you're
Orchestra.
working. Yeah. You found you must have been working from a
Old
photograph on that one. Yeah.
Old
Okay.
photograph,
Cool.
But done in an impressionistic style.
Okay.
Then there was two guys in suits looking at the old tower, Genesee Towers downtown.
Okay.
In a model form, before it was built.
Before it was even
Look at
built,
that. Look at what
and now
we're
it's
going to
gone.
build now.
Yeah,
A
wow.
weird monstrosity with the parking deck below. The building will be up here. Doesn't matter what it looks like from the outside, everybody. Everybody will be so blown away. The parking decks are the first 5 floors.
Well, it was our biggest building.
It was ridiculous. Although, I wish I would have gotten into it more after it was closed down, although I did a couple times.
Okay. Oh, really? You snuck in there?
Once or twice.
Did you sneak in there? What did you see in there?
I saw recording studio stuff, which is crazy because I know it was a bank, but I swear I saw recording studio stuff.
Huh. That's interesting.
There's a couple other paintings. Yes. One is of 2 women sitting on the curb in what looks to be the east side, consoling each other.
Oh.
Where there's obviously been some kind of tragedy.
Yeah.
That one's just trying to reach deep. And then one of them is a composite of Marvin Diem. Oddly enough, if you don't know who Marvin Diem is, he's a guy who used to work for Resource Genesee and now he works for Flint Schools and is one of those positive force for change guys.
Yeah.
And he also used to be the doorman at the Loft, and I always thought he was a mean bastard. And I stayed clear of that motherfucker the whole time, excuse my language. But he turned out to be really nice, and so I used him as like the positive community member. The paintings that I want to do for the show are going to be built off these, but I am considering, using other people in that spot. That's what I was talking about. I was trying to think about who could fill that spot that people would recognize and possibly want to own even a picture of this person or a couple people they know.
Okay. Cool. Okay. But anything else you want to talk about or say on the video?
No, I'm really excited about it. I really appreciate it. I used to do the yoga loft all the time. That was my thing. I got to do shows there. Come and see me when I'm doing this thing called Portraits of Varying Quality.
Oh, when's that going to be?
Well, I can do it at Art Walk almost any time. You have to ask me. I have to think about it, but I just bought the little canvases. But I get little canvases, and I do portraits of people that take about 10 to 15 minutes. Because they have to wait until the end of the night to dry, but they're fine art looking.
Sure.
And sometimes I really capture the likeness.
Okay.
And it's $10 if you like it and $5 if you don't. So
Okay.
that's great.
Okay, cool. And you're going to just do that randomly on the sidewalk maybe this summer?
Well, I need to do it real soon. The other thing I'm trying to do is we're trying to get an Art Walk Tim set. If you haven't seen the band Tim, you've got to see them.
Okay.
These guys are getting
Maybe
better
we'll
and better.
see you in May? Do you think maybe you might be able to play a few tunes for us?
You know,
when have
maybe
the
we
art
could,
show?
maybe we can. You know, the thing about Tim is that it's temperamental. It's like hard to peg it down.
Okay.
And most often, it would surprise you to know that Tim was playing.
I was going to try to talk you into choreographing a little dance.
No problem.
A little dance for us.
I love to dance.
8:30 on top of the Loft. I still have to ask
I'm
Rodney
not
if we
just
can do
an
it.
artist, painter, or poet. I'm a dancer too.
Okay, cool. Great. Okay. And you got a cute dog.
That's right. This is my favorite little guy.
Yeah, he is cute. Okay. Anything else?
No, thank you, Jenny. I just want to say thank you. I appreciate what you do.
Oh, good. Thank you for being in the show. Great.
You're welcome.